What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Armory. Today we're taking a look at a very highly requested optic, the Trijicon RMRcc. This is going to be Trijicon's answer for slimmer concealed carry pistols, and we're going to break down the features, the pros, the cons, and whether or not this optic deserves a spot on your everyday carry setup. Let's get into it. So what is the RMRcc? The RMRcc is Trijicon's compact version of their legendary RMR. The same rugged reputation, just in a smaller footprint. It's designed to fit on micro pistols like the Glock 43X MOS, the Sig P365 series, the Springfield Hellcat, the Smith & Wesson Shield Plus, and others using the correct mounting plate. So let's see what we get when we open the box. So first, this is what the package will come in. It's actually a really nice box. You can use this for whatever. You can use it as a tackle box, maybe something for hunting if you want to keep your scents in here or something. It's actually a pretty nice box. It's obviously just plastic, but it's pretty nice for different things. You can hold your magazine in here or other different storage options. So as we open it, first thing first we see is we actually see the Trijicon RMRcc. So you can definitely tell it's very compact. Now, I do have to say the one thing I'm not a huge fan of is how the battery compartment is. So obviously, since it's that smaller footprint, every time you have to switch the battery, you're gonna have to unmount it and mount it back on again just to change the battery, which if you see other ones like the Holosun 509 and the bigger optics, you simply just change it from the side and you don't even have to unmount it at all. But you have your very basic, your up down, aka your windage, scratch, drawn verbiage. So very basic. You have your elevation here, your up down, then you have your right and left for your windage on the side right there for your adjustments. Glass is very clean. Going further into it, we'll put our RMR on the side. What else do you get? Nice Trijicon sticker, very good for stickers. You get your battery, just one battery, which is nice that they include it. The product family, so other Trijicon items. There are other reflex sights and pretty much every sight that they have, including all of their iron sights and thermals and different accessories. More Trijicon. Thank you for your purchase. Making sure you register your product for their warranty. More warnings. And then a very basic instruction manual. This is going to go over everything, how to actually zero and sight in your optic as well as how to mount it. And then your mounting tools, which is actually very nice because if you notice, on our actual bolts is they actually already have blue Loctite on them. Loctite is very simply of what's going to keep it tight and your optic's not going to be moving around as you're shooting it. So what Trijicon's known for is going to be their durability. The RMRcc is built from 7075 T6 aluminum, and the pattern and body shape is designed to divert impact away from the lens. If you're someone who's tough on gear or you want something that will legit survive drops, impacts, and real-world carry abuse, this is one of the strongest micro optics out there. You get two different reticle options, a 3.25 MOA dot or a 6.5 MOA dot. Both are very crisp, bright, and very clean. Brightness controls are manual, and the adjustment buttons are small but positive. The window isn't the biggest on the market, but the glass clarity is great, and the dot is easy to track once you're used to the footprint. So again, we can see these are going to be our adjustment levels on each side, our plus and minus. Now, this is where people might get a little hung up. The RMRcc does not use the same footprint as the RMR or the RMR Type 2. It has its own proprietary footprint, which means yes, you're going to need an adapter plate for most pistols. Is it annoying? Very much so. But once it's mounted, it looks rock solid. Quick story time too, I actually had a customer who bought an RMRcc, and that's kind of how we found out about the proprietary footprint. because he unfortunately had to order a mounting plate for us to even mount it because it just does not fit at all on most handguns. Bringing again to our battery life. You're going to get about 4 years of continuous use on this CR2032 battery at mid settings, which is excellent for a carry optic. But keep in mind the battery is bottom loaded like how we talked about earlier, so you are going to have to remove the optic whenever it's time to swap. Not ideal, but it depends. It can be a deal breaker, but if you check your zero regularly, it's not going to be a deal breaker. On a slim frame gun, the RMRcc is going to feel right at home. The dot tracks smoothly, the sight picture's clean, and the optic doesn't feel bulky like some micro red dots do. If you're already familiar with the Trijicon dot style, this is going to feel like a more compact version of what you already trust. So some big wins that we got here. You're going to have the Trijicon level durability, very lightweight, great battery life, and that crisp, clean dot that Trijicon is known for. And it's going to be a perfect fit for micro carry pistols. Now going into our cons, some drawbacks that you should actually think about if you're going to be purchasing this. That proprietary footprint requiring the extra plates. That's also gonna, when we think about, gonna raise your optic as well. And here are the drawbacks you should actually think about if you're gonna be purchasing the RMRcc. That proprietary footprint with the required extra plates might be a deal breaker for you, and there's some extra things that you should consider. So if we bring a Glock 43X over here, and we think about how this is gonna sit, this is very similar to the height of what our plate is gonna be. So again, this is just going to be the cover right here, but you got to think about how a plate's going to be there, and then your RMR is going to sit on top, which completely blocks your iron sights. So what you might have to do is get different iron sights that Trijicon also sells in order to raise those up. That bottom loaded battery also is a con. As we can see it right there. You're gonna have to remove your optic every single time you need to change your battery, and depending on how you run your actual light, if you run at a higher brightness, you're gonna be changing this more regularly than what it says. It's gonna have a smaller window compared to the Hellcat K series, but it's still gonna be that very crystal clear Trijicon glass. And the third con is just gonna be the price. Trijicon quality just is not cheap, but if you're gonna be using this for your everyday carry, might be worthwhile. So, is the Trijicon RMRcc worth it? If you want one of the toughest micro red dots on the market, and you don't mind using the adapter plates or paying that premium pricing, the RMRcc is absolutely a top tier carry optic. If window size and convenience matter more to you, there are other competitors in the Hellcat K series that are easier to mount and easier to use. So, let me know in the comments, are you running the RMRcc, or are you going with something like the EPS Carry or the Hellcat 507K. So again, thanks for watching, stay safe, make sure you subscribe and let me know in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one.